It begins like any other day. Birdsong drifts through the air. Waves shimmer beneath a rising sun. Skyscrapers cast long golden shadows. The world turns, bathed in warmth and light, and somewhere above, 93 million miles away, a star burns, our star. The sun, timeless, immense, a fusion engine that has shaped every second of Earth's existence. Without it, there is no life, no oceans, no forests, no history. We orbit it. We rise and sleep by it. It is the reason we exist. And then, in an instant, it's gone. Not an explosion, not a flare, not a dying ember. Just silence. A vanishing. No warning, no light, no sound. One moment, the center of the solar system exists. The next, it doesn't. But here on Earth, no one knows. Not yet, because everything we see is delayed. The light that touches your skin left the sun 8 minutes ago. So, for 8 long minutes and 20 seconds, the illusion continues. The sky stays blue. The birds keep flying. The warmth remains, but it's a ghost world now. And when those 8 minutes are up, the illusion will collapse, and the consequences will begin. Light travels at a speed of 186,000 miles per second. It's fast, unimaginably fast, but not instant. The sun's light takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach Earth. So when the sun disappears, we don't know it right away. We still see it shining, still feel its warmth, still live under its illusion. During those 8 minutes, the world continues exactly as before. Clouds drift across the sky, plants stretch toward the light, airplanes soar under a blue ceiling, children laugh on playgrounds. It feels like any other day, but above us there's nothing, just the vacuum of space, now missing its center. These final rays of sunlight are like echoes in a cathedral, lingering, fading, unaware that the source has fallen silent. And then the moment arrives. The last photon from the sun touches Earth. Instantly, daylight dies. The sky turns black across the entire planet. No twilight, no dusk, just sudden, overwhelming night. The moon vanishes. The stars sharpen. The temperature begins to fall. The illusion collapses. And in that moment, we begin to understand what we've lost. The sun does more than light our skies. It holds the solar system together. Every planet, every moon, every asteroid orbits because of the sun's invisible grip. Its gravity shapes everything. It curves space itself, and Earth dances along the arc of that curve year after year. But when the sun disappears, that curve flattens, that grip ends. Just like light, gravity travels at a finite speed. It takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach us. So when the sun vanishes, we feel nothing at first. But when that final wave of gravity arrives, Earth is released. No longer tethered to an orbit, our planet begins to drift. Not falling, but flying. Earth doesn't slow down. It doesn't spin out of control. It simply continues in a straight line at 67,000 miles per hour. The exact speed it had been orbiting, like cutting the rope on a swinging pendulum. We don't crash, we drift, silently, steadily, away from where the sun once was. And Earth becomes something new, a rogue planet, an object without a star, a traveler with no destination, one of billions of worlds. Now set loose in the darkness, when the sun vanishes, the sky changes forever. Not gradually, not subtly, instantly. The blue we know, the soft canvas above our heads, is gone. No more scattering of sunlight, no more soft gradients at dawn. The atmosphere loses its color. What's left is black, a deep, endless black that stretches across the entire sky, even at what should be noon. And with the sun goes the moon. It doesn't generate light, it reflects it. So when the sun disappears, the moon fades into darkness, a ghost among the stars. The planets vanish too. Venus, Mars, Jupiter, they all depend on sunlight to shine in our night sky. Now they dissolve into the void. Even Earth's clouds, once bright and painted in motion, now hang as gray smudges in the darkness. And shadows, the ones we've always known, no longer exist. No shape casts shade. No building reaches across the pavement. No trees stretch fingers across the ground. The rhythm of day and night ends. Time itself begins to feel untethered. This is not just night, it's the death of light, a silence that settles not only in the air, but in the mind. The sky is still, and it will never move the same way again. Without sunlight, Earth begins to cool. At first, it's subtle, a chill in the breeze, the warmth on your skin, fading. But within hours, the planet begins to lose heat rapidly. Air temperatures drop below freezing in many regions. Within a week, global temperatures plunge below 0 Fahrenheit. Cities are coated in frost, rivers freeze solid. But strangely, the oceans stay liquid. For a while, water holds heat. It resists change. Even in a dying world, the oceans remember the warmth. But the surface begins to harden, ice crawling outward from the poles, thickening each day. In time, the ocean surface becomes a crust of ice dozens of meters thick. Below that, liquid water lingers for centuries, maybe longer, a slow heartbeat beneath the frozen shell. Meanwhile, the atmosphere begins to collapse. As temperatures fall past minus 150 degrees Fahrenheit, even carbon dioxide begins to solidify. Oxygen and nitrogen, the gases we breathe, condense into liquid and snow. The sky itself begins to fall. No more rain, no more clouds, just chemical frost. Earth is no longer a planet of air and water. It is becoming something else. Silent, icy, and darker by the hour. Life on Earth is delicate, not in its will to survive, but in its dependence on balance. And without the sun, that balance collapses. Photosynthesis stops within moments. Plants, the foundation of every food chain, begin to die. First the crops, then the forests, then the jungles. Entire ecosystems unravel. Herbivores starve. Carnivores follow. The great migrations of birds and mammals halt. Insects vanish. The oceans, no longer warmed from above, lose their currents. Plankton, the tiny engines of marine life, die off in the darkness. Within weeks, global biodiversity plunges. Extinction spreads like a wave. Even bacteria struggle as temperatures plummet. The deep biosphere, microbes buried beneath the soil, may persist. But Earth's surface becomes a graveyard, and yet humans endure. For now, we burn fuel, we build shelters, we try to grow food with artificial light. But every effort runs on a clock. Fossil fuels run dry, nuclear reactors fail, and geothermal energy can only support so many. The world shrinks, civilization retreats underground or vanishes altogether, and the idea of survival becomes a question of time, not hope. Still, humanity might not vanish instantly. Underground bunkers, Arctic research stations, submarines. These isolated outposts are designed to function without sunlight. Geothermal energy, heat from Earth's molten core, could power underground cities. With enough planning, humanity could huddle in artificial habitats, growing food with artificial light and heat. How long could we last? Maybe centuries, maybe longer. But above ground, the Earth becomes unrecognizable, a dark, frozen relic drifting through space. It would no longer be the Earth, only a memory of what it once was. The disappearance of the sun would unbind the entire solar system. Planets, moons, comets, asteroids, all would veer off into space, continuing along straight trajectories at their last velocities. The system shatters like a glass mobile cut from its string. Jupiter drifts into the void. Mars disappears into night. Even the Kuiper Belt unravels. Without the sun's gravitational anchor, no force keeps the solar system together. It ceases to be a system at all, just a scattering of cosmic orphans, each moving into its own endless night. With the sun gone, Earth's trajectory is unknown. It becomes a rogue planet, a lonely wanderer drifting between stars. Rogue planets may not be rare. Astronomers believe billions of them roam the galaxy, cold and dark, invisible against the black. Earth would join them, its orbit now a straight path through the interstellar void, passing distant stars, rushing near cosmic dust, perhaps one day captured by the gravity of another sun. But the odds of finding a new star, at just the right distance to warm us again, are unimaginably small. We live in the warm breath of a single star. Every tree, every heartbeat, every drop of rain begins with the sun. It defines time, shapes weather, powers life, anchors space itself, yet we rarely think about it. We rarely thank it, until we imagine its absence. The sun is not just a glowing circle in the sky. It is the thread that holds everything we know and everything we are together. To lose it would be to lose our story. But to imagine that loss is to understand more deeply than ever how precious it is that the sun rises at all.